of Melrose Avenue and La Brea Avenue. La Brea Avenue is pretty much the unofficial divider between East Hollywood and West Hollywood. But this corner, it hasn't been marked yet, has just recently been designated Pink's Square by the city of Los Angeles. Why? Because of this institution. Pink's Hot Dog since 1939. I'm going to get myself some dogs.
Hi, I'm Richard Pink, co-owner of Pink's Hot Dogs, Hollywood legend since 1939.
And I'm Beverly Pink, co-owner of Pink's famous chili dogs.
And I'm Gloria Pink, co-owner of Pink's Hot Dogs. We have the best chili dogs in the world.
And remember,
the year was 1939. It's the bottom of the Depression in Los Angeles, and my parents were out of work, Paul and Betty Pink, and they were looking for a job in the newspaper. They ran across an ad for a hot dog cart. My mother said to my dad, "Why don't we buy this hot dog cart? We'll go into business." My dad said, "What do we know about hot dogs? What do we know about going to the restaurant business?" She says, "What do you need to know? People love hot dogs. People love to eat." Says, "All right. Well, how much is the hot dog cart?" My mom says, "It says right here it's $15. Says, "Oh my God, where are we going to get the $50? Said, "My mother will loan it to us." "Okay, let's go get the hot dog cart." So my mother goes down to the corner of La Cienega and Melrose, about a mile and a half away from where Pink's is today. She buys the cart, and she had heard that there was a site available at La Brea and Melrose available for $15 a month. So she wheels the cart herself all the way up Melrose, about a mile and a half, plants it on the site that they had rented for $15 a month. And they said, "Oh my God, where are we going to plug it in?" There was nothing here but an open field with weeds. They chopped down the weeds. They couldn't find any electricity. They heard that there was a hardware store about 100 yards away or so. So they go to the hardware store and they said, "Look, we need to fire up this hot dog cart, but we don't have any electricity." He says, "I'll tell you what. I will sell you a extension cord that'll take that hot dog cart all the way to an outlet in my store if you buy the extension cord." And they plugged it in, and that's how they fired up the Pink's Hot Dog cart for the first 2 years they were in business. At that time, hot dogs were 10 cents, Cokes were a nickel, and they were doing curbside service. And that's what they were doing for the first 2 years. 2 years later, 1941, the landlord figures he can get more rent from the location. So the landlord goes to them and says, "Look, the rent's going up from $15 a month to $25 a month." And they go, "Oh my God, that's a 67% increase. We can't afford that." And so the landlord says, "Well, I'm sorry, that's what it is." And they asked him, "Well, can we buy the property?" He says, "Yeah." "How much?" He said, "I don't know. I'll probably sell it for $4,000. So they said, "Where are we going to get the $4,000? They go across the street. There's a Bank of America branch there. And the manager says, "I can loan you the money if you got some collateral." They said, "We don't have any collateral. We got a good hot dog. We got a good chili, my Betty's chili. But that's it." And he says, "Look, I don't really want you to leave." We're laughing because there's some background noise here, but we're going on.
welcome to Los Angeles. Keep going.
So the guy says, "Look, I love your hot dogs. If you leave, where am I going to have lunch?" He says, "I will take a risk with you for $4,000. I'll make you a loan, and you can buy the property." So they go to get the loan. They go to the landlord, they buy the property, now they own the property. Now they want to fix up the hot dog cart. Well, they hardly had any money left, so what they did is they put a nice awning over the hot dog cart. And honestly, that's how Pink's looked from 1941 until 1946. In 46, a cousin of theirs goes into the construction business and says, "Look, why don't I build you a hot dog stand?" And he said, well, we can't afford it. He says, look, I'll make you a really good deal because I want to prove that I'm a good contractor, so I'll build you a hot dog stand. And the hot dog stand that you see today, where you eat hot dogs and you got over-the-counter service, is the same hot dog stand that was built in 1946, the absolute original. At that time, what was on the menu? It was a hot dog, at that time was 20 cents, a hamburger for 20 cents, a couple of Cokes, and that was the menu. And honestly, that was probably the menu that they had for maybe the next 10 years or so. Then they slowly started adding, but it was always run by Paul and Betty Pink. And in addition to that, they also had a flower business on the side because they couldn't make a complete living and feed their children, my sister Beverly and me. And so that is how Pink's operated, and it's still a continuously run operation. And let me just take you to today. 78 years later, the city of Los Angeles City Council, has dedicated the intersection of La Brea and Melrose, where Pink's originally put their cart, and it's now going to be named Pink Square. And it's going to say on it that in 1939, Paul and Betty Pink had a push cart, which is now a Los Angeles icon called Pink's Hot Dogs.
So now I'm in line at Pink's. It's a very democratic process here. No matter how famous you are, no matter who you are, you wait in line. You can come here at 2 o'clock in the morning, and you may be standing next to the biggest stars in Hollywood, and they wait in line like everybody else. And it's been that way since 1939. I figure this is about 20 minutes till I get up. Getting closer. Can't wait. Almost there. Hi. Get a 9-inch chili with extra onion and a New York dog. No. The 9-inch chili dog. Yeah. And a New York dog and a Dr. Brown's cream. Thanks. Look at that. It is a thing of beauty. A 9-inch chili dog with onions and a New York dog with spicy onions and mustard. Cut. It's no good. We'll have to do it again.